My name's Bridie Clark. I'm the Group Manager of Insights and Strategy within Sport and Rec Victoria, and our team works across the department to really inform evidence-based policy and practice to deliver programs and policy around sport and recreation, and that's really to deliver health and wellbeing outcomes for the Victorian community.
My name's Claire Tobin. I'm the Principal Medical Advisor at Department of Education and Training. I work in the Wellbeing, Health and Engagement Division at the department. We work to improve students' health and wellbeing. We work really closely with DJPR on improving physical activity outcomes for children and young people.
So the challenge for us at the moment is we know that approximately only 50% of children and teenagers are meeting the guidelines for physical activity. And so that's been a downward trend over the last few years. So we're really trying to understand ways that we can support children to meet those physical activity requirements and be really enthusiastic and engaged about living an active and healthy lifestyle.
The end user for this challenge, we're particularly interested in how to get Victorian students or teenagers moving more every day. Across society, we see that everyone's becoming more inactive. That's a part of our changing lifestyle. In particular for adolescents though, we see from the transition to primary to secondary years, there's a particular drop-off and a trend in physical activity. This is for lots of reasons. Physical activity is a really complex behaviour, influenced by a range of different factors, our own individual preferences and competence, who we're friends with, where we live, cultural, societal. There's a range of things that influence why we're physically active. We're particularly interested in how we can understand and then overcome what the barriers to physical activity are for young people.
So we know physical activity and participation in active rec and active transport can really have a positive influence in children and adolescent lives. So that can be through supporting their health and preventing chronic illnesses such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease. But we also know that participating in regular physical activity can help strengthen social connections and help them in their performance and integration within the school setting. So for me, that I'm really personally motivated to ensure that there's support for all students, and so we know particularly for disadvantaged children, they need greater support and elements to support them to have the same health and social outcomes as the rest of the community. So we're really looking to also have a focus on broader active rec and active travel options to really engage students and teenagers who aren't participating in that structured sport. So we know there's various reasons why students will disengage from formalised sport, whether it's the competitive element, whether there's time constraints that prevent them from participating regularly. And so really looking to other options that motivate and engage children regularly in those physical activity behaviours.
What we're looking for with this solution is something that will help young people to move more every day, something that's easy for them to use, that fits into the way that they live their lives on a daily basis, whether that's how influence the way they get to and from school, something that they can use during the school day or outside of school hours. Every little bit counts, and we're looking for something that will help young people move more.
So I'm really excited about working with the startup sector really to get broader insights and different ways of thinking to tackle a problem. So really having a diverse group, bringing unique different skills to partner with us in a really agile, different way of working to try and tackle this complex problem.
We're looking forward to the fresh eyes and thinking and new approaches that you might be able to introduce and to help us with. This is a really complex problem and it needs multiple solutions, and we need to think about it in lots of different ways. This is an opportunity for us to learn from you and for us to approach this complex problem about how to improve physical activity from a different way.